Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be vlogging. I'm going to Constantia. Today is Friday, it's Women's Day. I'm not sure of the date, but I'll be taking you guys along with me. I'll be vlogging my day today, so this is a day in the life video or something along those lines. I'll take you guys with me. Yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
You see what we call the mash through these process, which is your skins, your pips, and your juice. And inside this machine there's a big balloon, so this balloon inflates and will squeeze all the skins and pips to the side of that press. The juice then extracted and sent to one of our many stainless tanks. Okay? So if you look at any one of them, they will have about 3 or 4 steel strips surrounding it, referred to as cooling jackets. Its main purpose is really just to regulate the temperature during fermentation. Now, white wine. How do you serve white wine? Sure, exactly. Hence, we like to ferment your white wine quite cool. So white wine ferments at about 12 to 14 degrees Celsius. And because it's fermenting at a much lower temperature, it takes a longer time to ferment. So your white takes about 10 to 14 days. Okay? Red wine even gets its color from what? The skin, yeah? So we do ferment it with the skins and some of the pips. Some people use the stems as well, at a much higher temperature, about 24 to 27 degrees Celsius. The reason for that is much easier for the red pigment to then extract out of the skins, coat your wine that beautiful dark red color, and it also takes much faster. So red wine only takes about 5 to 7 days of fermentation. But obviously during that fermentation process, what are the 2 byproducts of fermentation? Okay, you have your grape juice, you add yeast. The yeast eats the grape juice converted to alcohol, which we all enjoy, right? And CO2. Now that CO2 gas kind of floats to the top, so it creates bubbles, right? And that bubbles will actually make everything very light. So all the skins and pips float to the top. And it creates such a thick layer that we can literally stand and nothing down to the bottom, okay? So what we do is we do pump overs during that 7-day period of fermentation on our reds. So we'll open the bottom tap of the tank into a bucket, all at once, gushing out, and then get back into the tank, kind of like stirring the wine, so you really get a good distribution of color. It happens 4 times a day, 1 hour each time, and generally there's bigger barrels for our reds. And it's quite a dangerous operation because the fumes that are coming from it can be so strong that it will literally knock you out. You want to kill yourself, how do they do it? maybe in the car you put a pipe around the exhaust pipe and you put, yeah, you know. Yeah, so there's a lot of CO2 gas. A lot of people, if you always have to have someone with you, because if you fall in that tank and no one's around you, you're dead, you're gone. You can try to drink your way out of it, but other than that, it's a long shot. Okay. And then over here we've got wine stabilization tanks, which we send our wine after fermentation. Now, after fermentation, wine is not in the crystal clear, like you find it in your glass, right? So there's a lot of unwanted sediment we want to get rid of. So mostly for our reds, for our whites, we send them to the stabilization tanks, we chill it in -3 degrees. They add this natural clay called bentonite. Okay, we find filtration masks, products, and things like that. We used to extract all the unwanted sediment, certain proteins, they freeze around that clay, and they stabilize, settle down to the bottom. This process takes about 8 days. It can take quite long. And sometimes it goes long because there can be problems with the process as well. Okay. We do send our red wine here, but only after it's barrel aged. And all we do is chill it, and we add some sulfites at that stage. But we won't add any bentonite. Okay. Any questions? Good. They are hand-picked, and the reason for that is quality control. So when harvesting, we use very small crates. And that's to avoid a huge pileup of grapes so the grapes at the bottom do not bruise, okay? The bruised grapes oxidize and your wine will just oxidize fast, okay? So all the grapes are then harvested, it's dumped into what we call our receiving bin, which weighs all the grapes dumped inside. So depending on how many grapes you harvested, we know how much times you would have harvested for the year in total, okay? We then throw dry ice and sulfur over the skins. And the reason we do that is to kill certain bacteria, but mainly the natural yeast, or the wild yeast that develops in the ice of the skins. Because the minute we crush these grapes, we will get some sort of natural fermentation. Okay? So we try to kill as much of those yeast as we can. It's then transferred to what we call the destalker, also known as the destemmer, which rotates quite fast, separates all the grapes from the stems. The grapes fall through the grid surrounding it. And then underneath that grid, we've got these 2 big roller balls with a small slit in between. They get crushed slightly, resulting in the mash or the pulp. If you look at this image, what process do you think is taking place? Just take a look at the foam. What do you think this is the result of? Fermentation. So this is natural fermentation taking place, okay? So we want to stop this, and the easiest way to stop it is by sending it through a long sequence of mash filling pipes, because yeast can only thrive in a certain temperature. So 3 ways to stop yeast, right? Add alcohol, increase the temperature, decrease the temperature, okay? If you're going to increase the temperature, it has to be over 30 degrees, okay? If you're going to decrease it, it has to be below 5, okay? So it goes through all the pipes, the mash filling pipes, all that yeast dies off. Immediately into the press, especially obviously with your whites, skin splits removed, and then fermentation begins. But obviously with the reds, ferments 5-7 days with the reds, remove the skins and pips, and then the red wine will go into French oak barrels, okay? And then that all gets stored in our maturation cellar downstairs. Any questions? All good?
We are at Groot Constantia. We did a wine tour and a wine tasting, and now we are on our way back to Cape Town. It was so great.